As we continue talking about maintenance of the instruments, one important thing is keeping the instruments in tune. The battery instruments in particular, if you keep them in tune, they're going to properly be maintained. When you have a lug that's squeaky as you tighten it, it's important to take some time, lubricate that, and then you're not going to have a problem tuning the instrument. As well, you want to check the tension of the bottom head of the snare drum. A lot of times that head sort of gets forgotten about and the lugs will fall out. I've seen it happen millions of times over the years. One other consideration with the battery instruments are the harnesses. It's important to keep a harness well maintained. Depends on what kind of harness you have. There are several different models available. Some are more complex than others. Some are very form-fitting. Some are very general. Most of the parts that are on the harnesses can be purchased at a hardware store, or you can get them directly from your local music store or the manufacturer. But a properly maintained harness is going to be comfortable for the student, and it's going to keep them from getting injured. There are so many specifics to discuss as far as the front ensemble goes in relationship to equipment maintenance, but it's very important to set up a daily routine for all of your players. Every student should check their instrument every day after they move to the field to rehearse and after they come back from the field. All of the wing nuts get loose on the chime rack. All of the wing nuts can get loose on the concert bass drum stand. All of the height adjustment features can get loose on the keyboard instruments. So it's really important to check that. As well, the string that holds the gong up, the string that holds the chime tubes, the string that holds all the bars on the mallet instruments, those things need to be checked. They don't get damaged too often, but they seem to get damaged at the most inopportune time. So it's important to have a daily routine for all your players to check their instruments, and when there's a problem, fix it immediately. Let's talk about stick tape for a moment. In regard to the front ensemble, it really isn't necessary to tape the sticks. The beating spot for the mallet is on the end, and that's the most visual part. So making the shaft a little bit brighter isn't really going to do anything for you. Same thing in regard to timpani mallets. However, with the battery, bass drums, tenors, snares, that's very important. It's important we have a good visual look, but more importantly, it's going to increase the life of that stick. Be careful. Make sure you have a lot of extra tape around throughout the season, because as bass drummers play up on the rims, as tenors and snares play rim shots, those beating spots do get damaged, the tape gets chewed up, and it's important to replace that or else the sticks are going to break. Wrap the tape down the stick, don't strip it down. It's going to be much easier to grip. It's going to help those players with sweaty hands. Properly taped sticks are great to look at, and they're going to make your sticks last much longer. Overall, equipment care and maintenance is one of the most important aspects of your program. You've spent a lot of money buying the best possible instruments that you can. You want to make sure that you go the extra mile, buy the cases, make sure the instruments have covers, make sure you have stick tape, cymbal cleaner, make sure you have all the cymbal felts. Take the time to do all of the little things. Make the students responsible for all of those little equipment care and maintenance items. This is going to make the instruments last longer. They're going to sound great for a much longer period of time. Properly maintained instruments, instruments that are clean, that reflects pride in the student, in their preparation. It also reflects pride in the organization.